Kevin, the last two game fours you guys have had, you guys came out hyper aggressive, really intense. What was the key behind that? Is just sensing that you could finish it off, or what was it?
Yeah, man, just it's one to finish it off, one to come out here and play well, not have any let ups. I think last two game fours throughout the series, we've been playing well. We want to just keep it going. So, and we want to be better than we were last night. I think that's the main thing. We watched some film and seen where we were a little bit, you know, too relaxed and too playing with it, not playing with the edge that we play with. Game two. We play with it in spurts, but we got to put together a whole game. So hopefully tomorrow is even better.
Did you feel like you had to take over in the second half or not?
I just went out there. I told Manu yesterday. I just went out there and played. I mean, I didn't predetermine anything. Coach called my number. I scored a few times. He kept calling it. Simple.
Kevin, you've had a lot of battles with Manu over the years. When you think of him, what's the first thing you think of?
Just tell us his love for the game is deep. I think what's the most impressive to me is he continued to play for his country each summer. I think that's something that should be recognized. He's 39 years old, and he's playing his tail off, man. He looks great out there. Somebody that we're having a hard time standing in front of. But you can just tell how much he loves the game of basketball, and it's something that you can appreciate. It's hard to see it from from watching on TV. Even you probably still see it from watching on TV, but when you're out on the court, it's on another level. He's someone that's a first ballot Hall of Famer who we enjoy having in this league. A lot of us grew up watching Manu and really respecting this game. So play against him and have battles with him year in and year out is pretty epic.
I don't think Greg Popovich's team has ever been swept in the playoffs like this. What are you expecting out of this team Monday night?
They got swept before, right? I remember a few years ago Phoenix swept them. Am I right?
Not sure. What are you expecting out of them tomorrow night, though?
I'm wrong?
I don't think they've ever beaten Phoenix.
Huh?
They haven't beaten Phoenix since Phoenix hasn't beaten them.
You sure?
No, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Phoenix swept them.
They did sweep. I don't think they swept.
Oh, they didn't sweep them?
Nah.
Well, my basketball, I got to go to basketball reference. Sorry, Pop.
What are you expecting out of them?
Sorry, yeah, I got off topic. Well, you know what the Spurs are about. They play 48 minutes, play it tough, play it hard, execute their system, and their crowd is, one of the best in the league, one of the best in sports. So, they're gonna bring the energy. The team's gonna bring the energy. They got a lot of pride. These guys are pros, man. So we can't look and we can't come out here and feel like, we've won already before the game started. We got to go take it.
Do you get a sense when you're playing the pace you want to play that they struggle to keep up with your pace?
Yeah, I feel like that's been the story for us all year, man. When we get it out on makes or misses, we get it out and run our offense. In transition, we're pretty tough to stop. But that starts on the defensive end. I think the first quarter was horrible for us defensively. But, they were shooting 63%, and then, I look up, they're shooting 46%, meaning that, it was a stretch where, they might have, only scored a few possessions at a time, so whereas before they were scoring every time down. And once we get stops and get out and run and find our shooters, find guys get to the rim, we're pretty tough. But also, when they made a shot, we were pushing the ball. Draymond's really good at that as well. So that's always been the story for us is, try to up the tempo, but also play smart and disciplined. We wasn't as smart and disciplined last night with the 21 turnovers, but I like our pace.
This summer, after you signed, they didn't really have much money for the center spot. What have you kind of thought about the way they constructed with that low budget with Zaza, David West, JaVale on minimums and what they've done in that spot?
They've done a great job. You got to give credit to the front office and also Coach Kerr for knowing, what D West brings to the table, Zaza, JaVale, and putting them in positions to be successful, and also having, so many smart players that can, different guys that can dribble, that can pass, that can shoot, and it makes it easier for everybody. Having Andre who can handle, having Steph, Clay, Draymond, myself that can handle the ball and create for others, it makes it easier for the bigs.
I know you've never played there, but do you appreciate the way that San Antonio seems to always look out for the long-term interests of their players? Went back to, Tim didn't play that playoff series way back when, and now they're obviously taking a real careful with Kawhi's situation. Maybe a lot of guys would want to try to push through it. They're not letting them. Do you as a player kind of appreciate how they approach things?
Yeah, I mean, the bigger picture, I mean, they make it about the players, which it should always be about. And, I'm sure that the fans and even Kawhi wanted to play on a hurt ankle. But he's 25 years old, got a lot of great basketball left in him. And, the risk to reward, I don't know, if it's worth it to maybe risk making it worse to go out there and play. And, obviously, you never want to see anybody hurt, but you always want, guys to have a long career and finish out their career on their terms. So I think that's most important to hear what Coach Pop, he sees the big picture. He knows that, he has a long career ahead of him, and hopefully he continues to get better and the ankles get stronger. But, you got to appreciate an organization who puts the players first instead of worrying about wins and losses all the time.